We can identify three types of passive or implicit consent. The most important reason why people accept authoritarian regimes is political ignorance and apathy. As we saw in an earlier lesson on propaganda as evasion, depoliticizing the public has a very real political goal. A people that has no interest in politics is a people that is much easier to control. In this respect, most people in democracies and authoritarian regimes can lead remarkably similar lives. They go to school, they get a job, they get married, they buy a house and have children, generally get on with the business of living. Political elites are them versus the ordinary us, and political power and decision-making lies elsewhere. As the political scientist Juan Linz explained, in the case of Nazi Germany, people in their everyday lives did not think of how their society was being ruled, just as people in democratic free society do not see their daily lives shaped by the values of a free society. The second reason why people accept authoritarian government is because the regime materially benefits their lives. If an authoritarian regime can successfully address the social and political problems that brought it to power, then people can be more easily persuaded to ignore their loss of freedom. Economic growth, social stability and national revival can lead to political apathy, just as easily as recession, instability and national crisis lead to political revolution. In Spain in the 1960s, Franco's Minister of Foreign Affairs, López Rodo, felt confident enough to argue that a per capita income of $2,000 would guarantee social stability and political apathy. It's also worth noting that authoritarian regimes are well equipped to redirect state resources for the massive capital investment needed for job creation or to force the movement of labour that has been stripped of any constitutional or trade union protection.
The Nazis also promised to rid Germany of unemployment, and they did, mainly through huge work creation schemes like the Autobahn building program.
Und wir alle, ich auch, wir haben unterschätzt, was man mit der Staatsgewalt über Lohnstopp, Preisstopp, Devisenbewirtschaftung und KZ erreichen kann.
There's little doubt that the popularity of the Nazi regime in Germany in the 1930s had much to do with the fact that they were considered to have successfully addressed that problem of unemployment. In addition to fulfilling the bread and circuses of entertainment and material need, a final way of explaining implicit consent requires a reference to social psychology and the concept of conformity. Social conformity results in individuals being reluctant to act or express views that are not consistent with group norms. The tendency to conform might be influenced by subtle unconscious adoption of dominant group behaviour or by overt social and political pressure brought about by the regime. In revolutionary France in the 1790s, people were expected to demonstrate their loyalty to the regime by addressing each other informally, not using monsieur, madame, but rather citizen. In Nazi Germany, not using the greeting Heil Hitler was bound to arouse suspicion, and for most, the action became an unthinking reflex action.